Hello, fifth grade. Happy Thursday today. Let's go ahead and correct last night's homework, which was page 603 and 604, numbers 1 through 5, 10, and 11. So go ahead and open up your math workbooks to page 603. So here is page 603, and we had numbers 1 through 5. So this was just like the problems we did in our notebooks yesterday. Some of these prisms, we were given the area of the base and the height. Some of these prisms, we were given the length, the width, and the height. And our job was to multiply them together to find the volume. So number 1, we were given the area of the base and the height. And again, remember, we can tell that because the area of the base, or the bottom side of our rectangular prism, is colored in. There's an arrow pointing to it, and this measurement has an exponent 2. It's been squared, so that means they've already found the area of the base, which we remember you find by taking the length times the width. They've already found that for us. So our job was to take 26 times 4, which gets us 104. The unit is meters, so our final answer is 104 meters cubed. Make sure you're not forgetting that exponent 3. For number 2, we were given the length, the width, and the height. So we would take 10 times 11 times 17. Well, 10 times 11 is 110, times 17 is 1,870. Our unit is feet, so our final answer is 1,870 feet cubed. Then we had number 3. For number 3, we were given the area of the base and the height. So we would take 72 times 8, and that gets us 576. Our unit is yards, so our final answer should be 576 yards cubed. Then we had number 4. So number 4, we were given the length, the width, and the height. So we would take 10 times 12 times 4. Or you could do that in a different order. So for example, if I took 10 times 4, that would get me 40. And 40 times 12 is 480. Our unit is inches, so our final answer should be 480 inches cubed. And finally, for page 603, number 5, we are given the area of the base and the height. So we would take 50 times 19. That equals 950. Our unit is centimeters. So our final answer should be 950 centimeters cubed. Then our last 2 problems we had were 10 and 11. So for number 10, this one was a little tricky. It says 2 cereal boxes have measurements as shown. So they give us the measurements. Both of them are rectangular prisms, which we've been working with, boxes. Both they give us the area of the base and the height. So 2 cereal boxes have measurements as shown. Which box has less volume? How much smaller is its volume? Show your work. So first, in order to figure out which one has less, we need to know what the volume of both of these is. So for cereal box A, we would take 16 and we multiply it by 14. And that gets us 224. And it says that over here. 16 times 14 gets us 224. So the volume of cereal box A would be 224 inches cubed. Then the volume of cereal box B we would find by taking 21 and multiplying that by 12, which gets us 252. So the volume of cereal box B is 252 inches cubed. So first of all, which box has less volume? It's actually cereal box A because it only has 224 inches cubed as its volume. Now, if we want to find out how much smaller, we need to find the difference between cereal box A and B. And we know that the word difference means subtracting. So we would take the 252 and subtract 224 from it. That would get us 28. So the difference between the two, or how much smaller cereal box A is from cereal box B, is 28 inches cubed less. Now, I know that one was a little tricky, but basically you just needed to find the volume of both boxes, and that would immediately, you guys, you can tell when a number is smaller, so that you should have been able to tell that cereal box A was smaller. And then the subtracting part, that's how you find the difference, or how much smaller A is from B. So 252 minus 224 gets you 28. All right, then we had number 11, and they asked which expression, remember expression is the same as equation, can be used to find the volume of the brick in cubic inches. Well, if we look here, we have a brick, and that's a rectangular prism. We have the area of the base, which is 28 inches squared, and we have the height, which is 2. Well, we know volume formula number 2, we just take the area of the base, 28, and multiply it by 2. So if I look over here, that's the first one. And notice how it's the easiest one out of all of these. It's the only one that's one step. So A, 28 times 2 is how we can find the volume of the brick in cubic inches. Nice work today, 5th grade. I hope that your level of understanding 1 through 5 has gone up throughout the week when it comes to volume. I know it can sometimes be a little bit of a harder concept to grasp because oftentimes we deal with 2D shapes, two-dimensional shapes. Just your basic squares, not necessarily cubes and rectangular prisms. But I hope this has helped to clarify a few things from you and help you understand, how we figure out how much of something fits inside of an object. And that's exactly what volume is. Today, instead of having a lesson, you are going to complete the math exit ticket Google form that I have posted on today's post. You need to complete that first. Please make sure you're taking your time. Please make sure you have a piece of paper next to you to do your work so you're not making silly mistakes. Once you have completed that Google form, then you can go into Prodigy and play that for a while today. I've gone ahead and aligned it a little bit more with what we are learning on, so you're getting some more practice with your skills while playing Prodigy. I hope you all have a fabulous April Fool's Day and you have a wonderful Easter weekend. I know you might not be able to gather with your family like usual, but I hope you can still eat lots of yummy, yummy food. I will see you again in person next Tuesday when we return after Easter weekend. Nice work, 5th grade.